I am Bernice Abubeidi-Lansa. The details now. Minority spokesperson on Mines and Energy Adam Mutawakilu is accusing government of causing a recurring monthly loss of $28 million to taxpayers by simply failing to put gas infrastructure in place to ensure utilization of gas produced by energy company ENI. The Ministry of Energy on January 2 released a statement fighting off claims it was paying $40 million monthly to the energy company for gas supplied the nation that remains unused due to the absence of infrastructure. The ministry blamed the previous government for failing to provide that infrastructure despite committing to take up 90% of gas produced by ENI. Mr. Mutawakilu wants government to speed up the process of completing that infrastructure and relocation of the car power plant to ensure that the gas is utilized. This was made known during a press conference this morning.
It is therefore surprising that Nana Akufo-Addo government, after being in power for 2 long years, want to blame the NDC for the mess they have put this country into due to lack of gas infrastructure to transport the gas from the west to the east. It is also very important to note, ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure the maximum use of the ENI gas in the Western Enclave, the NDC government had planned that the 450 megawatts car power plant was to be stationed at Takoradi and not to be brought to Tema, because there was already 250 megawatt plant in Tema. So civil work were to be constructed in Takoradi so that the car power ship would dock at Takoradi and not Tema. But when this government came to power and continued with the 450 megawatt, they rather brought it to Tema instead of Takoradi. And apart from that, the processes involved in now transporting it to Takoradi, it has a snail pace just because of selfish interests of the government in terms of fuel suppliers. They were changing fuel suppliers to the car power ship and negotiating for a fruitless extension of the car power ship. So therefore, it is evident, it is this government, Nana Akufo-Addo government, to be blamed for the lack of gas infrastructure and the car power not being in Takoradi to make maximum use of the ENI gas. It is also important to know the government spoke about the gas price, that they had come to reduce the gas price from 9.8 to 7.89. And it is worrying that government that is in power and have available to relevant document will want to mislead Ghanaians and confuse Ghanaians by behaving as if they had done wonders.
Away from that, the rearrested suspected serial kidnapper who broke out of the Takoradi Central Police Station is assisting police to find his victims. The suspect, Samuel Wilson, was rearrested from his hideout in Takoradi Thursday night and is currently on his way to Accra with police to locate the victims, who he says are with an accomplice here in Accra. Western Region Police PRO DSP Olivia Adiko disclosed this in an interview with me earlier on News Desk.
When he escaped the assault on 30th, our men who on duty were given the 10 days to look for him. Police also had some intelligence. So yesterday around 1 a.m., we had intelligence that he was hiding in an uncompleted building between 2 villages called Sansaro and Nkofo. And indeed, police went there, and after some search, they found him there, and he was rearrested. Currently, he's giving some leads, and he said that the victims he kidnapped are in Accra. So as I speak to you, our men are with him on the way to Accra. Yeah, he mentioned one John, also a Nigerian. The information we heard was that he used an axle blade to cut the ventilation window in the cell and escape through the ventilation window. So what happened? Actually, the command suspects that there might have been an external help. So for now, while they have been recaptured, those who, when investigation finds out that there was really indeed some external help from the policemen or women, they will be dealt with. Meanwhile, the ventilation window of the cells have been reinforced.
Meanwhile, residents of 3 communities within which the victims were kidnapped in the second-day Takrade metropolis of the Western region say they are unhappy with the police on how the suspected lead kidnapper escaped from their cells. Demonstrating this morning to mount pressure on the police to help find the women, the residents said they have lost trust in the police. Here are some of the demonstrators.
Between October to December, 4 girls within our community between the age of 15 to 21 have been kidnapped. And the kidnappers are calling us demanding huge sum of money, 10,000 Ghana cedis and above. So through the community effort, we were able to arrest one of the suspects. But we got the information from the media, not even from the police, that the kidnapper have escaped. So we within the community, we said no, we don't understand. So we started mobilizing. So today we are planning for peaceful work from here to Central Police Station to explain to us the reason why such a suspect have been allowed to go scot-free. But we just received call from the Ghana Police Commander. The gentlemen have been arrested, and they have assurance that they are working effortlessly to rescue our guests for us. What we need from them, we need assurance from them. It's not just sitting at their office giving us assurance. They should come to the community. They should educate us. They should team up with NCC. Tell us the mode of operation. The people, how do they operate? How are they kidnapping the guests? We want to know. We want to know. So we are appealing to the Ministry of Interior. If he's listening to us, they should get up and let us know what is happening. Because our life at our risk. And you know, fear shortening life. If we live within the community within fear, nobody can go beyond the age of 50 years. So we are pleading with NCC especially. We were expecting them here this morning, but they were nowhere to be found. We are using our taxpayers' money to pay them. So NCC, they should sit up. They should come to the community. They should tell us how are the people operating, what is happening. That's what we want to know. That's all. We want our guests back. That's all.
Okay, so how much have you paid since those girls got missing from your community?
Well, some are paid over 1,000 Ghana, some are paid 5,000 above, and up to now the girls are not back. They demand the money. Police will advise you that part with the money. If you part with the money, then that's all.
This demonstration is that we want the kidnapper. We want our sister back. That's all. Because they can't tell us that the kidnapper was jailed in police custody and he was able to escape. Why? Why? So we want answers. They have to explain to us why the kidnapper was able to escape from that cell.
But we are told he has been arrested.
That one we don't know.
So where are our girls? He has been arrested. Where are our girls? We can't find them. We want our girls. That's why we are. Whether he has been arrested or whatever. When they arrested him first, he confirmed that he has escaped. So why is it that they didn't force him to go and bring the girls? They didn't do anything. He escaped and they've arrested him. What give us the assurance that we will get our girls? That is what we want.
And let's get onto the phone lines now and speak to Ina Thalia Kwanzaa, who's been with the demonstrators since morning. Hello, Ina.
Hello.
What's the latest on the demonstrations?
Yes, so the demonstrators are now at the Central Police Station here in Takrade, where the suspected kidnapper broke out of jail. They are here to petition the district police commander. For now, they have not said anything. They are there having conversation with some media persons. And then the Queen Mother for Diabeni, one of the communities where some of these girls have been kidnapped, also came and spoke to media. She says that it has become a challenge in the community. They are afraid to move out. They are afraid to even send their kids outside because they don't know what might happen next. So basically, this is what is happening. At the Central Police Station, there is heavy police presence with ammunition. who were waiting for the arrival of the demonstrators.
All right, Inathalia, help us understand these people who've been kidnapped. Who are they exactly? How old are they? And what led, or what are the circumstances that led to their kidnapping?
Okay, so these people who have been arrested, they are all girls.
Kidnapped, you mean?
Yeah, who have been kidnapped, yes. They were all girls, aged from 15 to 18 years. These people live in the communities of Masake, in Tankopol, in Crawford, or in the Second Takoradi metropolis. As to the circumstances which led to their kidnapping, it is unclear yet.
All right, and so you mentioned that the demonstrators haven't said anything yet, but have they presented any petition, and who received it?
I understand they don't have a written petition, but this will be done verbal, and then they are coming to petition the district police commander here at the Central Police Station here in Second Takoradi.
Thank you very much. That's our Western Region correspondent, Inathalia Kwansa, bringing us some updates on the demonstrations in Second Takoradi. Away from that, the Auditor General has recovered over 67 million cedis for the state after issuing surcharge certificates to 112 individuals and organizations within 2018. The recoveries were from public officers, individuals and institutions that authorized payment or fraudulently misappropriated funds and were surcharged in accordance with the law. There's more in the following News Desk report.
The special audit report of the Auditor General on disallowance and surcharge as of 30th November 2018 cites individuals and institutions including Roland Agambiri, CEO of RLG, Sylvester Mensah, former CEO of the National Health Insurance Authority and NDC presidential hopeful, Ras Boating, former CEO of the NHIA, Zoom Lion Company Limited, amongst others, and altogether they had to pay an amount of over 400 million Ghana cedis. Between 2017 and 2018, 112 surcharge certificates worth 511 million, 211,000 and 239.04 Ghana cedis were issued by the Auditor General, and 67 million Ghana cedis was retrieved. Now, 6 of these disallowances were contested in court, with some of these cases still pending. A transmittal letter attached to the special audit report to Parliament explains that the report seeks to draw the attention of Parliament and the citizenry to progress made by the Ghana Audit Service on disallowance and surcharge after the landmark decision of the Supreme Court on June 14, 2017 in the Occupy Ghana versus Attorney General case, where the Auditor General was ordered to surcharge anyone that is found to have misappropriated public funds. The report, which is in fulfillment of the provision of Article 187 of the 1992 Constitution, was submitted to Parliament on December 31, and it urges the Ministry of Finance to strengthen internal controls, monitor and supervise the activities of officers, and impose sanctions on officers who commit such infractions to deter others from committing same. The Auditor General, Daniel Domelovo, adds that his outfit is collaborating with the Office of the Special Prosecutor and the Economic and Organised Crime Office to ensure that these infractions are investigated further, if need be, prosecuted as well. The public is also being called upon to collaborate with the Ghana Audit Service to protect the public purse as a civic responsibility.
Well, in an interview with Maxwell Agbagba, the Auditor General, Daniel Domelovu, stated Ghanaians should expect more action as the Special Prosecutor, Martin Amidio, has expressed interest in dealing with the corruption and fraud aspect of the recovery process, whereas the Economic and Organised Crime Office, YOCO, has also shown interest in helping to retrieve the money.
Those amounts have been paid back into the government chest, more or less, the consolidated fund.
Okay. Yeah. So what is left to be collected?
If you paid, if you look at the report, that comes close to 500 million, which are in certificates which have not yet been recovered. Now we are entreating the Attorney General, who if you remember, in Occupy Ghana versus Attorney General, the Supreme Court actually issued consequential orders. And the last consequential order was to Attorney General that he should prosecute those people. And the Auditor General's job is to issue the certificates against the people. I don't have the civil right to go to court to recover the money. The good news is that the Yoko boss, Mr. KK Amwa, he came to my office to take my copy of the report because he has heard of the report and he's interested in collecting those monies. So he came and took a copy of my report. I've also had discussions with the special prosecutor on issues where these issues or the cases border on corruption and fraud. He is also ready to take it up. So we are going to see, I hope, more action.
We are told that for public officials who've not declared their assets, they would have their end of service, benefits blocked. You want to throw more light on that for us?
Yes. Under Article 286 of the Constitution, it requires that some office holders from the president up to a certain level must declare their assets before taking office. Okay. And after every 4 years, they have to renew their declaration. And when you are exiting or you are leaving office, you must declare your asset. When people are in office, it's easier to enforce it against them because they know they may be removed from office or you go to church and they will be forced to choose between whether you continue holding the office or not holding the office. When you come before I clear you, you must declare your assets because you are holding a constitutional office. So this is also a good message to all public office holders that don't assume that you can decide to leave your office and come to Auditor General to get your end of service benefit cleared. It will not happen. You will definitely have to declare your assets and liabilities before you get your end of service benefit. Okay.
This is News Today. Still to come, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority warns public not to fly with Chicago-based Ghana Global Airlines. And in sports, Maria Sharapova suffers injury ahead of Australian Open. Details of these and more after these messages. Thanks for staying here on News Today with me, Bernice Abubedulansa. Now, a 68-year-old mother is battling with strange conditions of her 3 adult children who suddenly lost their ability to walk as they grew older. Akosi Apokwa and the children aged between 18 and 32 are on the verge of being thrown out of their present accommodation in a string of evictions over the past 5 years. The task of single-handedly feeding them has become a huge challenge for the jobless old woman. Now the FM's Erastus Saridonko visited them at their home at Konongo, Bonreso in the Ashanti region, from where he filed this report.
Enoch, Hannah, and Eunice Frimpong were born normal, able-bodied children until 5 years ago when each one of them started noticing they could no longer use their legs. They can barely leave the confines of this partially completed single bedroom. The best they can do is to drag themselves on these wooden stools to sit out here on the veranda for warmth.
To me, it's a German and Prairie. Never and I'm a Sakano, I bet that anything. If it's a milk operation, if it's a brand permanent, mean to me, and Antibi. A best about 5 years. And I mean for minutes.
I was working all right, but when I go to Form 3, and I woke up one day morning, I couldn't even stand up.
The male and youngest of them has a passion for electronics. Enoch tells me he could do something for himself if he had a wheelchair to be able to move around.
I want to be electronics repairer.
You can do it.
Yeah, I can do it.
Under the circumstance, Madam Pokuya is compelled to bath them, empty their chamber pots, and take care of their feeding on a daily basis. Her age is, however, taking a toll on her ability to effectively discharge these responsibilities.
Oh, dear me here, they say, come here, baby, tonight. Now, first, Minyasika crashes so I come to dad and home the show. Just a minute of food be our baby.
Madam Pokuya wishes for help to pay her rent and seek medical help for her children before death lays its hands on her. Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko.
I would urge that if you have any help to offer this old woman, you do so by contacting our offices. Now, unsuspecting phone buyers who overlook the countless plush mobile phone shops and choose the tiptoe lane as their number one stop shop have ended up being duped by phone vendors over the time and who line up streets in that enclave. The unscrupulous vendors employ various tricks to outwit unsuspecting clients, most of whom either first-timers or just naive about the schemes employed by these predators. The crooked individuals who exhibit splashy phones to their prey as bait leave them in misery by giving them outmoded ones or no phones at all. If you're a prospective phone buyer who's considering the tiptoe lane as your one-stop shop, maybe you may want to be security conscious after watching this piece by Joy News' Latif Idrisu.
There are several phone hubs across the country, but I can confidently say that I'm standing at undoubtedly the center of phone business in Ghana. Now here, thousands, if not millions of Ghana cedis are made on daily basis through dubious means, and some are also made through genuine means too. But the miserable testimonies given by people who have fallen victim to the tricks employed here have not discouraged unsuspecting phone buyers from swapping or buying new phones from tiptoe lane here in Accra.
The first cellular phone service in Ghana was initiated by Mobitel in 1992, and by December 2015, subscriber base climbed to over 35 million from 34 million registered in November of that year. Sadly though, not all the phone users have pleasant experiences to share as far as the purchase of cellular phones are concerned. Many have been swindled by deceitful phone vendors who brandish splash phones as bait to attract their clients, who are usually unsuspecting. And one hotspot for that activity is Tiptoe Lane in Accra. So in a bid to blow the cover of these bad guys, I set out to secretly reveal the tricks they employ. I encountered many bad guys who tried to swindle me in this adventure.
I won't make a day here then. I mean, I nobody to see
You stand like this and then you go inside, see your success.
So you say how much?
You don't care, you take cover and then you try everything, you finish and you talk. This one the connection I get applicant, but there I put the movement guy, that's why I tell you the truth when you see.
S6H.
H plus.
So you say how much?
This one around 600.
Oh, 600. I beg you.
This one.
I beg you.
You say?
I beg you.
We don't say the movement, that's why I don't want to look at you. I call some 20 price and then you know this. The H plus, the fresh a bit still something. Fred movement at big time, but you know we have call this guy.
So you make it there, make it there. You need this one, I don't go use some.
He said,
I don't go use this one, so you make
it's a movement, and that's why.
Oh, don't worry, you go pocket day. I go drop one from my pocket inside.
You got you make I feel, I mean, they make laptop movements the clinic.
You do laptops or
I mean, the movement I get, I'll be sick. Why? You go find money where you see it, you bring you money, I need to pay.
Challenge for people.
I know you'd like to see more of that and how it all ended. Well, catch the full version on the polls at 3 p.m. later today. You're watching Joy News today. Coming up in business, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority warns public not to fly with Chicago-based Ghana Global Airlines. And in sports, Maria Sharapova suffers injury ahead of Australian Open. We've got details shortly.